from the first family of Hindi cinema, Kareena Kapoor here gets the Entertainer of the Decade.
Thank you.
And you, I mean, it's 100 years of cinema too. You're from the first family of Indian cinema, and now from the 100 years, this decade belongs to you.
Oh God, I mean, I think, like I said, it is a great honor. But I think ever since I've been in my mother's womb, there's been this dream of just being an actor. And 10 years later also, I think there's that much passion and that much fire as there was the day I faced the camera for the first time. And I firmly believe that 30 years later also, hopefully I'll be giving an interview and discussing the fact that I still have the passion just for acting. And I think stardom is something it just follows, it's incidental if you're interested in the profession you're in. And I'm an interested actor, I'm an earnest actor, I can say that because I want to evolve. I will take risks even if they don't do well. But the fact is that I think I just get a high taking a risk and playing a different character.
Which is very true, and that's what we've seen in your career. And it's also been 10 years since Chameli, because that was the time when you proved it that, yes, I can do something different as well. And you've continued to do so.
And exactly 10 years later now I played a streetwalker again in Talash with Amir in the film. And I mean, even if you play the same role, everyone said that you can't kind of take out one shot and put it into another film. And I think that was one of the biggest compliments I got for playing both the roles. And it's quite ironic that exactly 10 years later, around the same time the film released.
Very true. And for you, as you see your body of work, which was the highlight, do you think, of your career, the high point?
Well, I think what everyone will say, I think it was definitely Jab We Met. But I would not like to rule out films like Yuva with Mani Ratnam and Omkara with Vishal Bhardwaj, which were also in some way contributed to filmmakers knowing that I'm interested in not just the song and dance part, but a little bit more in playing different characters.
And now we have Satyagraha, where you're playing a journalist. I mean, you're doing our job.
I know, but I'm not getting to ask any spicy questions. That's what I told Prakash ji. I said, I'm on field and reporting and kind of being a little more sensitive towards the situation which the film is about, which is democracy. So it's nice, but it's different to play a role and stand with a mic and report on field, which I've never done, and I'm having fun doing it.
And so after Satyagraha, it's the movie with Imran?
We're still shooting that movie. We've just done one schedule in Bangalore, and I go back to Bhopal tomorrow to finish Satyagraha and then go on to Puneet's film, which is going to be again a love story, since Imran is what all the teenage girls like.
And all the young little boys love you too. And now when you see, is there any director that you want to work with, any role that you want to do? Because you have been courted by the best in the industry.
Well, it's not about wanting to work with the biggest directors. Of course, I'd love to work with Rajkumar Hirani again in my career if I get an opportunity. But it's not about, I think, the biggest and the best. It's also about what you really want to do and what you don't want to do. It could be a great script from a new director. I mean, there's been so many films like this year that have proved that you don't need to be the biggest name to kind of really make the biggest blockbuster. So just anyone whom kind of interests me, the role that kind of interests me.
Any regrets in the last 10 years, Entertainer of the Decade?
I don't think I can have any regrets because successful films, not so successful films, they're all so much a part of this moment right now, that to just single out a regret or take that, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I think that would be so wrong.
And also, as a member of the first family of the Kapoors, for you 100 years of cinema, which has been the most defining moment of film, a director, an actor, who you think has changed the course of Hindi film industry?
Well, I think every actor in its own way has contributed to 100 years of cinema in some way or the other. Every actor of this generation or actress, I think, certain actors and actresses have done some remarkable films over the last couple of years. I think a defining moment is also directors like Zoya Akhtar, Gauri Shinde, who've done films like English Winglish and Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, and being a woman, and especially since today's evening is a tribute to the Indian woman. They've done us proud, and I'm really happy that we're respecting Indian women as now the captain of the ship and not just the male.
And lastly, on the Kapoors, your family, the best movie of, I mean, your grandfather, I mean, filmmaker,
Yeah.
director, I mean, he was a director, he was an actor.
Everything. He used to write his own songs. I mean, compose them, you know, choreograph them, everything. I mean, there's truly no one like him, of course. It's just such an honor to be a part of this family and such a big responsibility. But to single out one name, I mean, there's so many films. There's like Jagte Raho, Avara, Prem Rog, Ram Teri. I think all his movies, I would just love to do a small part in them also.
One movie, I mean, you wish that, that's me.
Well, I think it would be Bobby, because everyone loves to play those kind of roles, and it was such an epic love story, you know.
Thank you so much, and many, many more awards to come your way. So maybe another 10 years we'll celebrate 20 years of Kareena Kapoor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.